Good morning and welcome to Breakfast with Dad. Now in our home, Mom does the lunch, but Dad does the breakfast. And I'm a dad with 5 hungry kids who only eat 2 meals per day. So I've got to make each meal count. Right, kids?
Yeah!
So today it's one of their favorites. It's Papa's Pancakes. Our healthy ingredients include 6 cups of whole wheat flour. Now remember, we're feeding 5 kids, and Mom and Dad have to eat too. So these are going to be large quantities. And 1/2 cup of white flour, a 1/2 gallon of soy milk, and we use what we think is the best, Silk. 1/4 cup of evaporated cane juice crystals, and we're using the Florida crystals, and a teaspoon of salt. We've got your healthy sea salt. And 1 tablespoon of olive oil. Okay, now we have to have a sauce too. Pancakes aren't good without a sauce. So our sauce is blackberry sauce, and it consists of 16 ounces of frozen blackberries in a package, easy to get right there at Walmart, and 12 ounces of apple juice concentrate. Okay, that's our ingredients, sauce and pancakes. Okay, now dads are always in a hurry, aren't they? So what we do is we do our sauce first because you want to give it time to cool down. So we go over to our pan, and I'm going to introduce our helper, which is Carter, my youngest son Carter, and we're going to soak. This is frozen, so I put it down into some hot water, let it run for a few minutes, and Carter's going to put the 16 ounces of blackberries in the saucepan, and we'll turn it on low, maybe medium. Let's try medium. So as this thaws out and he puts that in there, we get a little thawing action going for our apple juice concentrate. That ought to do it, Carter. Open that up. And we get that sauce going early so we can get it to cool off fast. Okay, there you go, Carter. And Carter likes to lick this, doesn't he? Doesn't you?
Yeah.
All right. All right, while he's doing that, now the second thing we do is to get you want to get the largest pan you can find if you're feeding a big family like mine. So we got this Whopper here, and we get that going, set it on medium, maybe just a little below medium, and we get that warmed up. You want to get that warmed up because you don't want the temperature to be changing while you're cooking your pancakes because it makes the pancakes stick. And we don't want the pancakes to stick. We want pretty pancakes. All right, well, that's warming up, and we're going to go ahead and start our ingredients. Now, we start out, now dads do things a little funny, and we're going to be using a pitcher to mix our batter. Instead of a bowl, if you use a bowl, it kind of makes a mess when you're trying to pour it, or if you got to scoop it out, mess. Dads are in a hurry. They don't like to have to clean up as much stuff, so I'm using a pitcher. And what we do, shake up your 1/2 gallon of milk here, and just dump it in. See? Look at that. While that's dumping, I'm going to open up our whole wheat flour.
Ooh, look at this. There's a hole.
Making a mess there.
Wow.
All right, we got your whole wheat flour.
I'll hold the hole so it's no flour goes out.
Okay, how's the...
There's a big hole. Yeah.
All right. Now I said 6 cups, but being a dad, we kind of guesstimate here. It'll end up being about 6 cups. Here, cards. I get myself. Now this is the technique dads use. Remember, we don't like to stir hard or anything. So what I do is I get it stirring. I get a little spoon that's flattened on the bottom, so you can get all the stuff off the corners. And I start the milk stirring, and I pour while it's stirring. So that makes mixing a lot easier. Yeah, we just pour in 6 cups there. And this is very precise too, 6 exact cups, huh? And you can add a 1/2 cup, just to thicken up, a 1/2 cup of white flour just to make them look a little prettier. If you want, I sometimes just go with the whole wheat. Whole wheat's healthier, right, kids?
Yeah.
And it tastes just fine. get it to the right thickness. Amen. There we go. All right. Then, now we're going to use some precise, you got to use exactly a teaspoon of salt. So I have an exact size right there. Teaspoon of salt, sea salt, a tablespoon of olive oil, and 1/4 cup evaporated cane juice crystals. Look how exact I get that. Exactly 1/4 cup, huh?
Yeah.
Mix that all up, and that is your fast, healthy, whole wheat pancake mix. That was easy, wasn't it? Now why don't I buy mix in the store? Well, I've gone to the grocery stores and looked at the pancake mix and I read the ingredients. I don't see any healthy ingredients in your average grocery store. Usually they have dairy in them or sugar or some kind of crazy ingredient that we don't really eat in our family. So I said, well, I'll just make my own pancakes. I got a little advice from my wife and she said they're made out of flour and a few other ingredients. And I said, so we tried it out, works great. All right, that's perfect. Now just so they don't stick in the bottom, I get just a tiny bit of butter in here, at the bottom of the pan here. And you can go without butter if you want, or without it if you got a really good non-stick pan. Hi, Carter. Here, mix that up, Carter. All right. How's our berries doing?
They're doing good.
Now, in the saucepan, when the berries start to melt, I take this little spoon I found in my wife's drawer, has some holes in it, and I smash the berries against the edge of the saucepan. Don't tell Mom I'm doing this because I'm trying not to scratch her nice saucepan.
Here.
We get them all scratched up, I didn't say that, did I? We get them all smashed up. And boy, this stuff is good. No sugar. You know, apple juice concentrate makes an excellent sweetener because it sweetens the food without making it taste like apple juice. It just tastes like whatever the flavor is. And it's healthy, of course. Okay, we're letting our pancake pan warm up now, and Carter's over here getting our berry sauce completely smashed so it looks like a nice sauce. And it looks like it's just about ready. So we'll go ahead and we're going to put our pancake mix in. And I usually get about 5, wait a minute. Okay. I'll usually get about 5 good-sized pancakes in here. Let them cook for about a minute on one side. And turn them over, let them cook for about 20 to 30 seconds more, and there's 5. And we keep going until we've got about 60 or 70 pancakes. All right. Tilt it back so it doesn't spill all over the floor. And that's a simple little recipe for healthy pancakes. All right, Kennedy's going to get the plates over here. And that's how Dad makes breakfast really fast. Right, Kennedy?
Yeah.
All right, that's about a minute, so we flip those over. Of course, you already know that. This is pancakes, it's not rocket science. Another 20 seconds on that side, and there you got your first 5 pancakes.
Yeah, I'll get
Now,
the next.
all right, the berry sauce is done. We bring it over on our counter, and Mom says always put down a towel so we don't damage the countertop. So that's the sauce, and we've got ourselves a nice big spoon. Oh, kids love this stuff. Got our plates ready. Pretty much downhill from here. All right, we've got our first batch of pancakes ready. Good boy, Carter.
There.
All right, now get some more in there. Look how easy it is to pour out of a pitcher. I've even seen people use those little squeeze tubes to make pancakes that are less messy. Or even to make special little pancake shapes. You can make animals or whatever. But this pitcher thing is really handy. And if you're not going to make 60 or 70 pancakes, you can always put the lid on this, put it in the fridge, and save it for next time. I like the pitcher idea. It's really handy.
I'm going to try it. Oh well, Carter can get it. Thank you.
Yeah.
This is probably for Alex. He likes sauce.
Now for a topping, kids always like peanut butter, natural peanut butter. Ingredients on this, peanuts and salt.
I'll throw it away.
All right. So there we go.
I'll see if they're done. No, they're not done.
Look for a knife. And get that all stirred up. One thing about the natural peanut butter, it's a little more work, but boy, is it much better for you. I think the reason they put sugar in that other cheap peanut butter is because they must be using inferior quality peanuts. And they got to make up for it by sweetening them with sugar. These, they got to use good quality peanuts because that's all they're using. It's got to taste good. All right. With clean hands, I pick a pancake up, smear this stuff on there, and we've got one kid ready to eat. Maybe half a kid. You know, one important thing to remember when you're making this many pancakes is to keep that pan clean. And one way to do that is to not try to flip them over too early. I know we like gooey pancakes, but you gotta resist the temptation. Let them cook a full minute so you can get them done and keep that pan clean. Because if you're gonna do 60, 70 pancakes, you wanna have a clean pan. All right, kids? Yeah, go ahead. Can you do it, Carter?
Yeah.
This is another really tricky spot. You don't wanna make a pancake that touches another pancake. This guy has skill beyond his years. That's about he made a double there. Now you can only make 3 pancakes now, probably, that one. Whoa, that looks like one giant pancake there. All right, we'll have to keep him going. I think we are ready for someone to eat. Who wants to eat? Anybody hungry? So we'll get this ready, and we've got ready.
Anybody hungry?
We are ready for the first victim to try Papa's pancakes.
I'll go get it.
So what we do, put in about 3 or 4 of these nice little spoonfuls of blackberry sauce, and you have got some of the best pancakes this side of the Mississippi. Amen?
Yeah.
Okay, we've got the big ones Carter made. Now we're going to go ahead and make a couple more. Gotta be real careful. You know, about 10 years ago, I felt impressed to quit my job and stay home and raise my children. Raising kids is important work, but raising 5 children is full-time work. And one of the ways to make that easier on yourself is to feed your kids healthy. And it's been working out pretty good for us so far. But you may ask, well, how can you do that? How could you quit your job and stay home? Well, God provided a way. And you can read about that in a book that we wrote called A Modern Day Resurrection. In that book, you can read all about how the Lord made an opportunity for us to stay at home, be with our kids, and raise them, spending all our time with our children. Well, that's our Papa's Pancakes, and I hope this has been a blessing to you. And some of you dads that are in a hurry, this is a good idea for some healthy breakfast for your kids. So until next time, keep eating healthy.